Hi guys and welcome. Today is Sunday, January 12th, and it's snowing here again in the Chicagoland area. So I think winter has finally made its comeback. Okay, I did do some cards yesterday using this set, and a little more, I'm a simplistic girl. I like things that aren't really that involved. I don't spend hours on a card usually. And I didn't spend an hour on my examples yesterday, but they were a little more fussy than I'm used to. All right, so let's go ahead and show you what we're going to do with this stamp set. All right, so I have a piece of cardstock. This is my base. It's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a basic white layer that is 3 3/4 by 5, and then I have a layer of Flirty Flamingo. This is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And whenever I use this for a layer, because this is going to be my layer like this, I'm going to have that thin edge around it. So whenever I do that, I always punch out the middle with a punch or a die or something, because you're not going to see this anyway, and it reduces the weight if you're mailing it. So I always feel like that's a good thing to do. All right, I'm going to be using Flirty Flamingo and Pretty in Pink today. Let me put my Pretty in Pink over there. Let me put my Flirty Flamingo over here. And we're going to be stamping on our base. Our 3 3/4 by 5 inch layer. Now I have these. Now I told you yesterday, I showed you yesterday how to use the acetate that your stamps come with, so you can line it up. So I showed you that yesterday. If not, I'll link the video, yesterday's video, on here so you can see. But I have my acetate that stamped on stays on, so I can get perfect lineup on this stamp set. Now today I'm going to use the other method I told you about. All right, so when you have these stamps together, I'll show you how I put them on there now. So when you put these together, you can see, I'm going to turn them upside down, so you can see how they are right on top of one another, right? So I have those completely lined up. Then I took a Sharpie and I marked on the back side, not the side you stamp on, your back side, and I made lines at the top and the bottom. So then when you come here, let me go to my little zero here, and it's kind of far away, so it won't be perfect, but see, then I can line those up on my block at the top. Now I'm hoping, let me bring it down just a little bit, because I don't know if you could see that, but that flower was hanging over the edge. So you know what, I'm going to do it upside down, just so I know that this flower here is completely on that block. All right. And then for this one, just getting that centered, and I'm going on this zero line right here, and just make sure that it's on there. So now I have them centered and the lines at the top of my stamps. I'm hoping that is going to be okay there. See that one right there, this little heart shape? I call it a heart shape. It's very close to the edge, so we'll see how that stamps. All right, so then this is my solid, so that's going to go in my bubble bath. This is my line art, so that's going to go in Flirty Flamingo. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create just a little bit of a background. Now we're going to go around the edges, because that middle part's going to be covered up. So to get the most out of it, here is my little V, and I'm seeing where that line is. That line's hitting right about at that mark there. So I'm going to come over here Make sure I have it the right way. Yes. So again, I'm going to go kind of there, but I'm also going to kind of look to see how my stamp is lining up. See how that's, oh, that was really a bad one. And as long as I already have this in my hand, I'm going to turn this. This time I think I'm going to go straight up and down with my lines, but a little bit over. It worked better, believe me, when I was practicing this. Yes, I did practice. And they were lining up pretty well. But now, that was when I was sitting down, I could look over. I'm now standing up, and it's a little bit different. And those aren't showing as much of a variance. Maybe I should stamp off once. So now my lines are kind of going horizontal. And there you are. Yeah, I think stamping off once helps because these colors are very close to one another. So here I'm going to go straight up and down. You know what? I'm going to go a little bit tilted there. Oh, I didn't stamp off once there, did I? And then go down there. All right. Let's see if I can remember how it was. So here's my little V, or my little heart. That goes with that little. So I'm going to come over here, line up the edges. Here's my little and then this is just the underside. I think I did here. So there you are. If you wanted to do a little bit of a extra color there, we'll just go ahead and leave it the way it is. How about that? So there's a little bit of my background. I don't like having that though. I'm not even going to do that extra little outline look, only because it looks okay on its own. So those all have to be washed. Let me clean off my little area here, or else I will get, oh, I have some glue on there. All right, let me show you. When I was practicing yesterday, I did it actually on a folded base card. And see, when I'm sitting down, I can actually look over and line it up pretty good. And I didn't like this because I thought it was too stark of a contrast over. Let me show you what I mean. I thought it was too stark of a contrast for a background. So that's why I decided to go with this. I'll make this into another card somewhere else. All right. So let's go ahead and go here. And we'll go ahead and glue that down. I did get my order of, seal in, but I've gotten so used to glue now. I'll get back to the seal at some point, but for right now, I kind of like using the glue. I've gotten used to it. Alright, so let's go ahead, and I'm just making sure I have a little bit of a border before I completely push down. Some of that glue is going to come out from underneath there, so let's wipe that up right away. All right. And then I'm going to put this on my card base. I think I'm going to pop it up though. But before I do that, I'm going to take one of those cutouts that we did. And I'm also going to go ahead and do another cutout, I think in white. Let me see if I have I have lots of scraps of white left. What am I talking about? Let's go here. Just grab a piece that we're going to punch out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut it in half and use that also as a layer. So I'm just going to put this in so my points are both at that 1 inch mark there. So I know I'm right down the middle. And so what I'll end up doing is, after I stamp on this, I will end up layering like that. So I'll have a layer at the top and the bottom, like that. Now if you wanted the sides too, you could take your other punch and do the same, go down the middle, but now you're adding that same that same weight on that you just took off. So here we have to go right about 1 1/4. I'm sorry, 1 1/8 to get it right down the middle. So now you can see, you can have it so that it looks like you have a perfect layer all the way around. But like I said, now you've added your weight back onto it. So it really depends on how you want it to look. I don't mind it having, maybe I'll even do it this way. I don't mind it having a little bit of white showing through, but that's just me. So let's go ahead and we're going to stamp on this. Let's take what's left of here. We might have a little bit of left here. Let's do it again. I just want a real light inking under there. There you go. Because we're going to take one of the wishing you that I cut out yesterday, and we're going to do lots of love on our tag. Alright, so on this I want to just bring this down itself so I can get it to be straight. Let's go ahead and do, I'm going to put some, we're going to put some embellishments on here, of course. So let me get this straight with the lines. I'm going to do a little bit flush right. All right, now let's figure out. I'm going to put it here, staying away from the edge. I'm going to go just a very fine line there. Let's go here, go just kind of in the middle there, not get too close to any of the edges. And there we have another fine line. Oh, the glue, you have to give it a second. We all know that. I know that. I just got excited. Alright, and now if you wanted to, like I was saying, you could go here, line it up, and have that all around the edge. I guess maybe I will. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this near this edge here. I'm going to hold it up here like this until I can feel the edges meet up with my cardstock underneath. I squeezed it too hard. See that? I got a little bit of glue on there. So let me go ahead and keep that away from that edge. And let's go there. Oops, I just moved it as I was turning. There you are. That can go right there in the center. We're going to go ahead and we'll put this straight down on it because we are going to pop the whole layer up with dimensionals. Let me see. It was a little bit crooked. There we go. Hold on to it for a second. Here, let me just put a block down. Hope it's a clean block. All right, let me get out my dimensionals. Let me go ahead. Let me get my silicone mat out. This is a trick I saw from somebody online. I saw it from somebody online, and then another lady, Patty Bennett, also showed it in one of her videos, and it kind of reminded me that I'd seen this online. So this is a silicone brush. I bought like a set of, I don't know what it was, maybe 8, because we do a lot of basting and marinating in cooking. So I took one of those brushes and you cut it off. These are silicone, so nothing really sticks to them. So I cut off a little bit of the bristles, and if you come through this, and don't move this, this actually will put little dots of glue on your embellishment. And let's go ahead and go like that. And now we're going to put on just a few little embellishments. Let me see, I think I have these. I think the party dots are 2. These are new. Party dots, those are 2 in your face. So let's go back to my Pearl Trio. I tend to use these a lot. Let me go ahead and get out. I wonder, are those all the same size? I can't remember. Do I have one that's more full? I'm sure I do. I think they're pretty much all the same size. Yeah. I was trying to see if there was any, they have small. Nope, they're all the same size. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's do one of these. Since I used the Flirty Flamingo and that Flirty Flamingo and the Pretty in Pink, I feel like I can use both of these to emulate those 2 colors. All right. See, now this is sticking down because I had the glue come through there, remember? But I'm doing the dimensionals. I thought I pulled them out. No, I pulled them out. Did I put them back in? I sure did. Let's go ahead. On this, I think I want to do these edge pieces on my dimensionals to have support around those sides. But then let's get a few more of these on there too. in case you're new to my channel, when I get my dimensionals, I actually put couple rows of packing tape, not tapes, over it and rub it down, because that'll pull the dimensional backings off, so then you don't have to worry about backings being all over the place. And if you're like me and have little furry ones around, they like those, and they're not good for their digestive system. All right, so there you are. Let me get some of this out of the way. I have a lot of stuff to clean up now. All right, so there you are. Plenty of room to write on the inside, but that is using just that layering flower set to go on top. And if you want to, you could put more bling or dots. You know what would be really cute in this? Do I have it close by? The white enamel effects right in the middle of those would be really cool. But I'm not going to do that because that would just be way over the top for me. All right, let me show you the other ones that I did. Oh, and I wanted to show you this. So this is for those dies. Someone else I saw online had done a chart like this. So this kind of shows with that and the die what it makes. That one little piece that I said I wasn't sure what it was. This piece here has the two items on it, the two cutouts. Those are the centers of your flowers. So I made that little chart just for the leaves, the little flower, the medium flower, and the big flower. All right. Anyway, all right, so here's my first one. We had done this yesterday in the video. I added two of those little cutouts and added that black layer as well as some black embellishments. And then on this one, we had cut that out yesterday in the crushed curry, the branch, and I thought I'm going to stick with it. I mean, not that the branch can't be yellow. That would usually mean in plant life I think that it's dead or it doesn't have enough water, or is it too much water? I don't know. But anyway, I kind of like the color scheme, so I went with it. I lost the two dots on my eyes, so I just went in with my blend and put in the dots, and a variety of different little embellishments that are currently between the mini catalog and the main catalog. And this is that huge oops, pulled out the wrong one. We have three, maybe it's still in my machine over there. We have three that are 8x6 embossing folders. And that one I think is called Swirly Dots. Oh, yep, it's still over here on my my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So I lined up that piece of card near the middle here, ran my craft pad over it, and added those cutouts. Alright guys, that's all there is to it. Have a wonderful Sunday. Please give me a like, a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Also, share on your social media or with your friends. Have a great Sunday. If you're in the Chicagoland area, be careful with the snow coming down. You always know we start to drive like fools when the snow comes. So be careful out there. Be safe. Have a good day. Bye for now.